if you're gonna go skiing, we're talking about snow skiing.
But yeah.
You must fasten your boots.
It's water skiing, goddammit! Water skiing!
Hey, welcome to From a Void. Aaronsausedo podcast. Welcome to the show. Thank you for viewing, for listening. We are coming at you here from the 4K screening room in Culver City, beautiful, sunny Southern California. How you doing, Ray?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing, man?
Dude, that voice is like butter in my headphone. Very, just watch those sensuous tones on me. No homo.
Hold up, man. Hold up.
So right now, I'd like to give a shout out to 4kscreeningroom.com. That's where we are. This room is set up for podcasts. Now, podcasts are all the rage right now, and I think at this point they might even be more popular than broadcasts. Wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Every time I mention that I'm doing a podcast, people get really excited. So if you're a comedian or fancy yourself as some kind of personality, then get yourself a podcast. And these guys over at 4K Screening Room are going to help you out. They have rates that start at $95 an hour. So pretty affordable. You might even be lucky enough to get Rayleezy to engineer your shit, right?
Yeah, man. You know, I'll be here. I'm here 5 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
8 hours a day. Holla at me.
Awesome. Yeah, I dig it. I'm having so much fun with this show. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our first guest on the program today. Now, this is a guy, he's in a very good he's in a band called the Cigarette Bums.
Man.
What do you think of that name, Ray?
The Cigarette Bums?
Yeah, what do you think of that name?
That sounds like a whole bunch of people wanting a cigarette from me.
A bunch of bottom feeders, right?
Like, nah, dude, go buy your own pack.
Yeah, fucking mooch. They should be calling themselves the Mooches. So let's talk to, his name's Skeezy. I don't really know what his real name is, but it's Skeezy Carrera.
Skeezy?
Skeezy, yeah.
Sounds too close to Leezy.
I know, right? He's jocking your style, man.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to talk shit to this guy. Everybody check out the Cigarette Bums. They're really good. A really fresh take on rock and roll. All right.
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, don't. Let's talk to Skeezy Carrera from the Cigarette Bums.
Skeezy.
Let me get the fucking speaker working on this shit. Hope he picks up.
Hello?
What's up, stupid?
Hey.
How you doing, numbnuts?
Oh, is this Aaron?
Actually, it's your third grade teacher. How come you didn't show up for class today?
Are you seriously calling me on the phone to just run your mouth?
I'd like to run something else. I'd like to run a train of fucking dudes on you, you little fucking bitch.
You know, dude, you've got some fucking problems, and none of them are mine. So
You know, one of them is mine. One of them is yours. One of my problems is yours. Can you guess which one? It was when you fucking talked shit to me the other day when I was trying to talk to Hillary on the street. You remember that shit? You little fucking bitch. You didn't think I'd come back in and fucking say shit to you, did you?
you know, you could do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. You are a loser, and you have problems, and you need to get a life.
Well, you know what? I want to get a life like yours because you have a really good band, and you guys are awesome. I think you're going to go all the way. You guys got any gigs coming up?
Yeah, man, and you're invited to all of them.
I'll show up. I'll bring some friends too.
Great.
All right, hey, do you like that place, the Satellite? I wouldn't think about booking a show there anytime soon. Is all I got to say about that. I think he hung up.
Where'd he go, man?
All right, that was nice.
It didn't sound like he liked you too much, man.
I don't know why. I think well, he doesn't like me because I'm a loser.
I don't know. It might have been because of how you came at him when you first answered the phone.
You think I should have been nicer to him, Ray?
Maybe so. Yeah.
Am I a bad man?
I don't think so, but you know, he might think so.
You kind of sounded like a little bitch, though, right?
Yeah.
You heard his voice, right?
Yeah,
You got the headphones on.
Yes.
I don't care what you do.
Yeah, he did.
I haven't had fun like that in years.
Yeah, he did sound like a little mini bitch.
You know when I came into Amoeba, because he didn't think I'd actually, because I was talking to my friend outside, and he walks by me. He's like, "You know why you got fired?" And he just kept walking, and he had his like little fucking cunt face girlfriend with him.
Oh.
And I even like, I used to be friends with that girl too, and I dropped her a message on Instagram, and I was like, "Did you get wet when that little bitch talked shit to me? Did you like that or what?" So I actually went in there, and he was like, I could see his face. He was like fucking shocked
That you were there?
that I was there, and I was talking shit to him, and he's like, he was like, "Why are you trying to elicit sympathy because you got fired for this and that?" I was like, "How the fuck do you know what I got fired for? Were you there?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know what you're capable of. You coming in here cursing in front of women and children." I'm like, "Are you talking about yourself because you're a little bitch?"
Man.
I wouldn't dream of cursing in front of a lady. Sorry about it, bro. No, but it's like, what, women aren't capable of hearing insults? What is this, fucking 1950s America, make America great again, Trump guy?
Shit.
Anyway, that was fun. Maybe we'll have Skeezy Carrera on the show again sometime. But right now I'd like to present a very exciting music video called Artificial Sweetener. It's off of the very first Parents album that is going to be remastered and released for digital distribution sometime next month. I'm banking on, fingers crossed, March 17th, St. Paddy's Day. Shanked and Ganked, the Raw Rank Dimension. This is the newest single called Artificial Sweetener. Let's take it away, Ray.
Yes, you wanted young lover. Got me bumping to your big, big heartbeat. Love you, baby. Give me sugar. My coffee's bitter and I need your sweetener. Don't bother giving. Artificial. I need the real thing, the real thing, the real thing. Too sinking. We're gonna run the marathon. We're about to get it on. Blood, sweat, and tears, and other things. Getting wet is just a part of the equation. Don't bother wearing mascara. I need you natural, need you nice and clean. To get you dirty, body's aching, my body's aching. I hear a voice.
Hey, welcome back to the From a Void podcast. I am Aaron Saucedo. We had a little fun in that last segment. Did you have fun with that, Ray?
Oh yeah.
That was a load of laughs.
Oh yeah. You know, I had a lot of fun with the phone call. Personally.
Yeah, you know, and what this world needs is a good laugh. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good medicine.
Good medicine. Your laughter is like good medicine. Good medicine is what I need. Hey. I switched it up a little. That's Bon Jovi. Because, you know, things are... things are a little dark.
Are they now?
I mean, in my opinion, I personally, in my life, I'm feeling pretty good. Every day I feel better than the day before, actually. It's really bizarre. Because, I had a little case of the long, dark 20s.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you feel me on that. You probably had a fucking blast in your 20s. I can see you're like a fun party guy.
Oh man, you know, I wasn't really into having a lot of parties, but I was into having a lot of women.
Well, that's what a party is. Now, like, I'm personally feeling good and my life is thriving, I feel like, but then it's like weird to see the kind of like cultural political shit to start to unravel at the same time.
Right.
You know, and it's like I would kind of be an ostrich with my head in the sand about this whole thing, but it's hard for me because I live in this culture, this state of constant updates. You know, you check Facebook, you're inundated with it. That's why I don't really go on Facebook anymore. And, you know, I live right next to the fucking CNN building.
Damn.
That sucks because every time I walk by, I like have to look at that scroll, you know, and then everywhere you go, there's just all these big flat screen televisions with the news on it and everything. You go to a bar and you're trying to relax, and then you fucking see that Steve Bannon douche. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, who is Steve Bannon?
Steve Bannon is like, he's like the Karl Rove of the Bush administration.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's like the puppet master type deal. He's like pulling the strings. Trump basically granted this guy complete carte blanche into our executive and judicial and legislative branches. Speak much? Aaron? So... And then, you know, every time I walk by and I see these headlines and they're quotes of shit that either Steve Bannon or Trump said, and then the discourse, which was already lowered in the you know, this election.
Right.
You know, he's fucking talking about pussies and fucking having a big dick and all that shit. You remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
And it's like
about his hands and shit.
That's kind of funny, actually. Is he the kind of does have like small hands, you know?
Yeah.
And he like does this a lot with his hands. Okay. And well, you know, the discourse, you know, you see shit that they're saying now, like every day is gonna be a fight for conservative American values, and you know, make America great again, which you know, evokes, you know, institutionalized racism in America is probably a lot of people think what they're getting at, especially with the Muslim ban. Which I'm told that Obama already had a Muslim ban in effect. I don't know how true that is.
Hold up. Did they got an album out?
Who's got an album out? What?
The Muslim band.
The Muslim band is the best band I've ever seen. Actually, there was a band called the Muslims. They were pretty cool, and they had to change their name, though, because I guess they got some death threats. So they had changed it to the Soft Pack. They went a different direction.
Soft Pack of Newport Reds.
Yes. Another cigarette-themed band. The Cigarette Bums. Oh, I feel sorry. I feel bad about that, actually. Should I feel bad about that?
Nah.
I don't really feel bad about that.
Nah.
I mean, that guy's a fucking punk. Anyway, let's keep this thing moving. And I'll tell you another thing that sticks in my craw is why the fuck wasn't Obama allowed to pick a Supreme Court nominee? They totally cock-blocked that shit so that Trump would pick one. And that's just like a total tactical, strategic hijacking of our government, because that does not reflect the populace.
No.
You know?
I think that was a little had a little bit to do with racism.
I think so too. Why? I mean, what has Obama really done that any other president hasn't done? You know, what makes him specifically bad in their eyes, that where he doesn't have the credibility to pick a Supreme Court nominee?
You know, I actually think he did more good than any president that we've ever had.
Thank you. At least in our lifetimes, and probably in the entire history.
Yeah.
I mean, FDR was a pretty sweet president, though.
Yeah, he was.
He and some shit that we still, socialized medicine and all that stuff.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan was a good president too, though.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I think there's two schools of thought on that. I'm kind of on the other fence. You know why, though? Because Ronald Reagan set up when he met Trump in the 80s. Because, for the longest time, I thought, where the fuck did this guy come from? 2 seconds ago, he was that goofball from that stupid TV show. And now he's the fucking president. How did that happen?
Man.
Yeah, but you know what? When you look back at the archives, and I was watching an interview with him in 86 from Larry King, and from the get-go, as soon as this guy stepped out in the limelight, he was like, yeah, I'm toying with the idea of politics. Not really my game. I'd rather be a rich man, but, I could probably be a better president than any president. He was already talking about that like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So we were kind of conditioned to, I guess, accept him in that way. And Ronald Reagan didn't help with that shit, because there's a quote about him, about Donald Trump from him, that said, when I met that young man, it felt as though I were shaking hands with the president. I don't know, Ronald.
Man, I thought he was in the room for a second.
Well, that's the difference between me and him. Like, I would have washed my hands, but that's. Thank you. I've been working on that impression. And another horrible, deplorable thing that just came out. Obama had an initiative in effect, and this is what fucking pisses me off. Is you say Obama has done more good than bad. I definitely agree. But all these things that he has set, I feel like I'm whining. All these things that he has set in place, they're just fucking digging it out of the dirt, like the fucking. They're just like fucking throwing it away, because he had this initiative to phase out privatized prisons, for-profit prisons.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you want to talk about institutionalized racism. For-profit prisons are notorious for having lobbyists give judges payoffs to send more people to prison.
Man.
Yeah, pretty
That's
ugly.
Scary.
It's pretty scary. And, I wonder just how many people who are in our incarceration system actually deserve to be there. I don't think we have that many people that should be shut away. I'm sorry. I'm more accepting of other people, I guess. But so they're doing away with that for some reason. I don't know how they got support for that, but I don't know. This whole fucking world's going to hell, man.
I think so.
Even though I feel great, even though I feel like my career and my all the shit that I got going on is like on the up and up, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Your Black Lives Matter album, Black Lives Matters. Or Matter, yeah.
Matter. But that album is still in the mixing phase.
Oh yeah. That could take a while. I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a money pit, like a money suck.
Yeah, but I'm really doing it. I got a low budget project, and I got some people in high places that want to help me out on that. But
well, maybe
they just ain't got no time right now.
Oh, I get you.
That's why it's on hold.
So you don't want to like name drop anybody?
Nah.
Okay.
No,
not on this podcast.
We're
anyway.
not doing that.
You want to keep your anonymity. It's just going to be a bunch of dorks watching this anyway. Another thing I want to talk about is if you're voting this March 7th, there's an initiative called Proposition S, and people are saying yes on S, and I have to give my allegiance to this bill if it is indeed what it says it's going to be, which is always a crapshoot. You never know if they're just tricking you. And you have to read the thing, and not really a fan of reading. But and what this measure, it kind of slows the gentrification of greater Los Angeles from these overdeveloping yuppie types that are just, knocking down cultural happenings and structures just to erect these mainly commercial, developments like commercial real estate, commercial condominiums, and business parks and shit like that for fuck knows what. I think that they're like tech people coming down from San Jose and San Francisco, and they're just totally turning Hollywood specifically. Now, if you want to talk about Highland Park or Silver Lake or some of these other areas, that is a problem in and of itself. But I'm talking specifically Hollywood. I've lived there. I've been a resident of Hollywood most of my life. And it's been hard to see it change so quickly. And I'd like to give shout outs to Bob Baker Marionette Theater and Steve Allen Theater. Steve Allen Theater in Los Feliz. I had some really, really awesome comedy shows there. Those were the people that run those shows, like Ron Lynch and Chris Walsh, the Tomorrow Show, Sandbox. They were good enough to really give me my, I don't want to say first break or anything like that, because I've kind of sucked at those shows. But they gave me the opportunity to suck. And I would love the opportunity to suck them once again. That came out wrong. But I wouldn't, because they're bulldozing the theater, along with the Bob Baker. Those are the two newest victims of gentrification would be the Bob Baker Marionette Theater and the Steve Allen Theater, or Trepanney House. So I'm really bummed out about that. And I'd also like to give a shout out to some of the fallen businesses that were frequented and loved by Hollywood and Los Angelinos. Powerhouse Pub is completely a ghost of what it used to be. The Smell is soon to be destroyed as well. And even the shitholes at Amoeba. And I'm just talking specifically about the management, actually. They're terrific people who, the best people I've ever worked with in my life have been at Amoeba. But those kind of money-mongering management team that they got going on there, specifically Carducci and Tiny Tim Flenderson, they're going to go the way of the Buffalo as well. Pretty soon. They say they're going to open up a new location. Doubt it. I think they're just going to cash out and take what they got and keep the online store going for the rest of their inventory until it all runs out. And good for them. They'll have a sweet retirement, I'm sure. So all that bullshit aside, that's all the fucking headaches of the world that I wanted to fucking vomit out to my viewers, my audience. Sorry about it. So right now, I'd like to take it away with another video from the Shanked and Ganked album. This one was edited by a very lovely, talented man. The song is called Group Love, and I wrote it probably before anybody knew about the band Group Love. And but they're cool guys as well. In fact, Steve, who plays bass for Parents, grew up went to school with one of the guys from Group Love, so it's just a total coincidence. I don't think that they were like ripping me off or anything like that, because nobody knew who the fuck I was then. People don't know who the fuck I am now. So it was just a happy coincidence. And for a while, I tried changing the title to Group Lovin' or something like that, but just because there's a band called Group Love. But I gotta be true to the song and the way I wrote it originally. So the song is called Group Love. Here it is. Enjoy. All right.
Everybody, let's jump tonight in a circle. Hold each other tight. It's a long day till I get home. Jump in the circle so I'm not alone. low peak in my cheek, tongue-tied. Uh-huh, baby, tied-dyed. I lied. Everybody make love tonight in my bedroom. It's quite alright. Just change the sheets before you go. I'm late for a show, and just so you know, I'm grateful. All your naked truths will find another bed to lay in. So give me a reason why I should take you. You're not my father, oh my mother.
Good time.
pieces. Get the beer in the gear, we're gonna fall to pieces, pieces. Taken to the streets again. This can be hard on your body. Buck-tooth biter, bite the mighty hand that feeds, jumping off bits like a doggy. Loser at the end, do the best you can. All of your thoughts are a mantra. Take it from me, it's better not to be all alone, all day fighter. Count your lies and be free. Ostracize and say you love me. All this talk about losers and winners got me down, 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 down. Busta Rhymes and Biggie ostracize white people like me. All this talk about honkies and crackers got me down, 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 down. Doesn't wanna procreate. He sees himself as a monster. Pussy is swollen when you have to masturbate. Loving the form of an imposter. Rookers are the bait. Love you think you're great. Eating out clits with cilantro. Little Bo Peep is going balls deep, smoking long soup a la Tigris. Infantilize, make babies. I'd rather get bitten by a dog with rabies. All this worry is wearing itself on its skin. Now don't breathe it in.
All right, I want to thank you all for watching. This was From a Void. Thank you, Rayleezy. A couple shout-outs to Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, Mayor Eric Garcetti for making Los Angeles great again. And, of course, our very special guest, Skeezy Carrera from the, what was it? The fucking Mooch Bums. All right, guys, take care. Good night.
Hook me up this time. Check this out, man. I got these burgers, man. They some double cheeseburgers. Wait, man, I suck your dick.
Crackheads and dope fiends. Killer smoke is what the dope brings. Streets will turn you out, got you giving up your pipe dreams. Sell your soul fast, it's like turn niggas to bitches, hood bitches to snitches. Watch them creep up and get you for your riches without permission. Break you like glass dishes. Watch out for competition. You got 2 strikes already, so cops is on a mission. Niggas is itching to get a sack, I pay you back. If you don't come back with them dollars, you gon' catch a cat.